You very much for weighing in on that. I want to turn domestically, and I want to talk about something I know that is very near and dear to you, something that you've been working on. I also want to bring in and introduce Tamia and Tim Woods. These are the parents of James Woods, a teenager who was a victim of cyberbullying and sextortion, and sadly led him to take his own life in 2022. And since then, they have dedicated their lives to speak out against child extortion. Congresswoman, while we bring them onto the program, I would like to have you explain to us why it was important to you to introduce the James T. Woods Act. It's something that you're working on as we have the parents here. Tell us about it.
So before I came to Congress, I worked as a federal prosecutor, and I saw firsthand the damage that online predators can do to children and to their families. And as technology has evolved, we've seen predators move into this cycle of using extortion online, pretending to be another teenager, pretending to be a friend, and getting children drawn into these situations where they then extort them and put them under intense pressure, bullying. And so what we needed to do in Congress was make sure that our laws were clearly capturing this crime and what was happening to our young people. We heard from parents, families, and law enforcement that our laws weren't quite covering what these predators were doing to our young people. And so this bill, it's named after James T. Woods, his namesake, who's a young man who tragically has lost his life as a consequence of this kind of conduct online. So we want to do everything we can. We've passed the bill out of the House to make sure that these predators are stopped, and we're keeping our children safe online.
All right. Thank you very much for explaining what this act is. And Tim and Tamia, I want to bring you into the conversation. And I would just like to say we are all so sorry for your tremendous loss. We're so sorry for the reason that you're coming on to talk about this, but it's an important subject matter for everyone to understand. Tamia, I'm going to start with you and ask you, first of all, I'd like you to describe your son, James, to us, and also talk about the protections that all parents need to know about and what you would like to see lawmakers put into place to prevent this from happening again.
Yes, so I just want to give a heavenly shout out. James would have turned 21 on the 23rd, so this past Thursday. And so I've been, reminiscing about a lot of things that he was. He was just such a beautiful child in himself and very sweet soul and didn't mind helping anyone that needed help. And so he will always forever be near and dear to my heart. Of course, my opinion is biased, but I love my child with all my heart, and he's just been heaven sent. And I thank God every day for letting me borrow an angel for 17 and a half years. But with that said, in answering your question, I think that we as parents, it's a hard task for us to understand and know everything that is happening online. And unfortunately, Tim and I had to learn the hard way about what truly sextortion is and financial sextortion. And since then, Tim and I have been making sure that we are advocates and making sure that we educate not only our community and our parents, our guardians, but the law enforcement officers, forensic nurses, and everyone else who will listen, because it takes a community effort. And that includes making sure that we pass certain laws like the James T. Woods Act. It not only makes sure that we can put the laws out there, people will become responsible for the problems that they're creating in other people's lives, but it also sends a message to the children that they actually do matter and that we're standing up for them and we're not turning back. We're not going to stand down, and we're going to continue to move forward and making sure that they stay safe, even online.
Right. Tim, again, our deepest condolences to you. What would you tell parents about the online dangers? I mean, what can we all learn? What should we be looking for? And I also want to give you the opportunity to talk about your son.
Well, first I'll say parents should start to look at what their kids are doing online. Try to learn all the different sites, even if you're not going to be on them. Learn what they do, learn who they interact with, learn all of that stuff, because it's always the things we don't know that gets us. So just try to learn what your kid is doing in their spare time. And if you can, try to limit some of it also, because there's a thing where you have too much of something, it turns bad. So yeah, it's fun to be online, but we need to monitor it a little more closely. And of course, with that, we also need those apps to help monitor too, because it can't all be just put on one individual to have to do a job.
Yeah,
So everybody needs to work together.
and I appreciate what you said too. To me about the forensic nurses and about just everybody, a community really watching out for each other, and parents who are listening to your kids on the phone or online with somebody and knowing who they're talking to and looking into it and keeping an ear out for the friends as well. I want to thank you all for being here. I do have to leave it there for time, but we want to remind everybody this is the James T. Woods Act. We want to see more action with this, and we appreciate you introducing it, Congresswoman Laurel Lee and Tim and Tamia Woods. Thank you for sharing your painful story, and we know that you're working towards protecting others, and we thank you for that as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you so much, and good luck.